And welcome back to the CSS podcast. I am your host, Dave Wolferson. The gentleman in the middle of your screen is Charlie Crawley. We are down one member of the crew. Sam is busy getting his house ready to be moved in. So he should be back with us next week as we talk more about our Cincy Sports Scene. Because of that, we are changing the show a little bit. Those of you that have listened or watched on YouTube last week, you know that we were going to do the best athlete by last name initial draft. But with just Charlie and I, we decided that we needed that third person there to make it a little more interesting, a little more fun, trying to come up with the best athletes, because a lot of the names have one or two really good athletes. That third one is where it gets fun. So instead of that, we are going to change the topic of the week to we're going to look back at the Reds and Bengals draft the last 20, 25 years, and we're either going to give a 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, or one of each way. So a little Siskel and Ebert edition of the Cincinnati Sports Scene podcast on if they hit or missed. And it was just looking at the first round draft. So with that said, Crawley, I know you're a little under the weather, but
Yeah.
did you enjoy the day off on Friday here? The big whopping 2 inches of snow we got?
I mean, I did not enjoy it. So, getting woke up by text at 4:45 in the morning was okay on this one. So, but
I didn't get woke
I
up.
was a little surprised.
Yeah, I didn't get woke up. I got up. The dogs woke me up. I was going to take them out. Took them out. I even looked at my phone. I didn't see anything on my phone. I was getting ready to hop in the shower, and then all of a sudden I hear a beep. I look at my phone and had a text. I opened up the text. It said Finneytown's off, and then I saw it said it came across at 4:45, and I'm like, well, okay, why didn't it register until now? Because I would have been ticked if I would have got it showered, got ready, but I didn't go back to bed, so it really didn't matter. It is what it is. But it was nice to have the day off and just easy. And this week we might have to build an ark because a lot of rain's coming in and warmer weather, so that'll be nice. Speaking of nice, we'll go right into Xavier real quick. They had 2 victories this week. Beat Butler and Thad Mata 85-71. And then they turned around on Friday, beat Georgetown 92-91. It was a very good 2 wins for Xavier. That leads them now with 3 victories in a row. And, coming off of the game from let's see here, Butler game, just some highlights from that. It looks like Desmond Claude finished game high 26 points. And then Devin McKnight had added 20 for him. What was good about that is Xavier got out and ran a little bit. They outscored the Butler Bulldogs 30-11 on fast break points, hitting 10 threes. And, they out rebounded them 43-35. So, I think that was an overall well performance that Sean Miller was looking for. And then, going to the Georgetown game where they did not lead until the last 30 seconds of the game on a dunk by Dalen Swain. Stole the ball and he dunked it there to take the lead at 92-91. Oliveria led the Muskies with 27 points. Claude had another nice game of 19 points. McKnight finished with 18. So it looks like they're getting some good scoring from some players, some balanced scoring. And, they had 27 assists, season high, 27 assists on the year. But, the rebounding they lost the rebounding battle to Georgetown, 38-36. And that can't, Sean Miller can't be happy about that. And then they also had an advantage 20-5 on fast break points. So you got any thoughts on the Muskies? Two big victories.
First off, I had forgot even that what's his name is back at Butler.
Thad Matta?
Yeah, Thad Matta.
Yeah.
Has he been there a couple years?
Yeah. I think this is his second year or third year.
Guess still in the rebuild mode then.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was saying is one of the UC guys is from Butler, transferred from Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Seamus.
Seamus, yep.
Yeah, I mean those were games that Xavier was favored to win and needed to win, and because they were favored, so that's good. Always good to take care of business. I guess the Georgetown game was a lot closer than people expected it to be.
Yeah.
Seems like they are a little bit more on the upswing. Georgetown is with the Ed Cooley, the Providence coach. As bad as Georgetown's been over the last, the Ewing years. So, so that's, going to be more. I'm sure they're going to be more and more competitive. St. John's better this year as well. So, I mean, coaches make a difference, obviously. So, Sean Miller obviously has made a difference with Xavier. So, good wins. Needed wins just because you're playing teams that you should beat. And, I think pretty soon Xavier's going to be, that upper tier of the Big East just with the talent and with Sean Miller's coaching. I think they got Creighton this week.
Yep.
I assume Creighton. It's at Creighton.
Yes, it's at Creighton. And then they have Creighton on Tuesday.
And Creighton's one of those probably top 3 teams in the league right now.
Yeah, I think
UConn, Marquette, Creighton would be your top 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're at Creighton and then at UConn on Saturday. So it doesn't get
so those 2 games will be big.
Right.
Yeah, if they can win either of those games, that's they're going to get net points, whatever their net rating points, quite a bit on winning either of those games on the road.
So yeah. Trying to find something here. Oh well. But let's I said 2 good wins, 3 in a row. That puts Xavier right now at 10-8, 4-3 in the Big East. They got some work that they have to do in order to, get NCAA, tourney seeds. I don't know if they're even in the conversation right now. I haven't looked at Lenardi's
I'm guessing
bracketology. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not thinking they are, but I think if they beat Creighton and UConn, then that could probably change their trajectory. So yeah.
Well, if they beat both of them, it definitely does.
Right.
I mean, that's a good win for it. So.
All right. Moving on to UC. They had a couple of games this past week. Big overtime win versus TCU, 81-77. And then, tough game versus Oklahoma, lost 69-65. You're our UC resident, Crawley. So what's your takeaways from the TCU, or give us a recap? It's TCU and then the OU games.
I mean, both games, I mean, they won one and lost one, obviously, but they still mirror each other. Really, every game in the Big 12 so far for UC has. Talent wise is there. They can compete. They're going to make it close against no matter who they play. It's just a matter of whether they can shoot well enough, both from the field and from the free throw line. I mean, if you look at the Big 12 games so far, I mean, they've been like their free throw shooting has been subpar, 50 to 60% every game, whereas their opponents have been in the 80s and above. Just shooting in general. I don't, without CJ Frederick and, being their best shooter, and he hasn't been available for a month at this point, they don't have knockdown shooters right now. So they're kind of having to do it out of other ways and who steps up. And, this guy's good today and different guy's good the next game and that kind of thing. So still that inconsistency of who you can count on a game-by-game basis. Skillings didn't do much yesterday, whereas he had been pretty good the last couple games.
Mm-hmm.
Seamus was better yesterday, whereas he wasn't all that great the prior game. So, Jameel Reynolds had a really good game against Texas and really hasn't done much since. So it's just like you can't count on, just so inconsistent. So you got to figure that out. They got to figure out how to, you can just, I don't think you can just say I'm going to shoot better. Like they have to work the offense better to get better shots, or ultimately you got to knock down shots. And if you just don't do it or don't do it consistently enough, then you can't beat some of these better teams. So I give them credit. Defensively, they're way better than they were beginning of the year. I mean, that's what's keeping them in these games. Oklahoma, I know UCLA went up 4-0. I mean, Oklahoma only had 5 points in the first 7 or 8 minutes, and UCLA only led by 4. So, yeah. I mean, keep a team to 5 points in 8 minutes, you better be up by 10 to 15.
Well, that's that right there. That's what I was going to mention is the first 4 minutes, the under 16 timeout, it was 4-0. They didn't score a point, Oklahoma. And right. you got to be up more than 4, right? 4-0. And then, as you said, that right there, I mean, that's, the college basketball it's very similar to the NBA where there's runs, right? Each team usually makes a run somewhere along the line. But if, in UC's case, if they could have got up 10-0 at that 16-minute mark, then the Oklahoma's run, they might have been able to withstand that run and still, build upon their lead. But it wasn't to be.
Yeah, it's disappointing because they had, just like every Big 12 game has been so far. They, 1 point here, 2 points here, 4 points there, and they're 5-0. And then on the flip side, same thing, they're 0-5. So to me, they've lost 2 home games. That's a problem. Lost 2 home games in the conference,
right,
where were close, that were there for the taking, and they lost both of them because I think more offense, free throws, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. That's up to Wes Miller and his staff and the players to figure it out and get more consistent offensively and, knock down some shots, get better on free throws, over the rest of the season. Because I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're in all these games. They're there for the taking. Monday worries me. Kansas coming off of a loss. They went to West Virginia and got smoked. So West Virginia is a bottom feeder in the league right now. So it's just like, you just can't predict it right now. So
no, and that's the big conferences, the Big 10, the Big 12. It's you've got to take care of your home court and you've got to steal a couple on the road if you want to have success in the conference. And you listen to Porter Moser presser after the Oklahoma. He loved the atmosphere. He's like, man, the atmosphere was dynamite at UC at the shoe there. And he was like, it seemed like they had students everywhere we turned around. And he goes, yeah, it seems like they belonged or they've been in the Big 12 for years. So that's a big compliment to our fans and, the administration at UC to create that big time atmosphere. And it is a hard place to play. And, but we do have to make it even harder and come away with victories.
We're going to come with victories.
Right. Like
the fans and the students can be A+, but if you lose 2/3 of the games, it doesn't really matter. So
right. Then those fans and students will tend to not
find something else to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, UC, they got, like we said, they go to Kansas and then they head off, or I think
they're home against UCF.
Yeah, they are, which, UCF beat Kansas and, I think they beat somebody else or it was real close.
They went to Texas, beat Texas at Texas.
Yeah. So yeah. That was the horns down controversy. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that later. But speaking of controversies, and I know, I thought about this, and part of me is like, yeah, and another part of me is like, no. Storming the court after beating TCU. They were ranked 19th. I know UC hasn't had a lot to be thankful for on the basketball front. I don't know. I think I get a little annoyed, and this just might be because I'm old. Just get a little annoyed at storming the court over.
You realize that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I know, because thinking of it, it's like if I was a student and I could get on the floor,
you would run on the court.
I'd be on the court. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'd be the idiot running, probably to somebody getting punched.
Right.
From another player, but at the same time, I was at Purdue when we had some ups and down years, and the one year it was I think Woody Austin's senior year, and we were middle of the road. I don't even think we went to the NCAA that year, but Indiana was like the number 1 seed overall coming in to play the last game of the year, or the second last game of the year at Mackey, and we beat them. And we had shirts made, the campus in Purdue had shirts made, it's like, where's Boise? That's the year that they had to go out to Boise. They became the number 2 seed in Boise. We had where's Boise on the back, Spoilermakers on the front. We didn't storm the damn court, back then. It's like.
What, did anybody storm the court then?
There was a few, but not like it is now. It's like every victory, somebody's jumping on the floor, running around, and it's all, it's all social media posting, and you got to get your 15 minutes of fame, and I guess, somebody's going to get hurt because they are going to say something to a player, and especially if it's a heated contest, that player is just going to haul off and, tackle them or hit them. I think the Tennessee Alabama football game last year, there was a little incident where Tennessee fans were doing something to Alabama players, and one of the players pushed a Tennessee fan, and of course somebody caught it on video, and blah 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 blah, all this kind of stuff. So I guess it's like, where do we draw the line? What can be done? Or should we just let them storm the court?
The safety issue is a concern. It is that. I don't know exactly how. They would have to do. I think they would have to do like European soccer does, and maybe the rest of the world does. But even MLS a little bit. But European soccer, every aisle you got a couple security guys just literally stand there and stare up in the crowd the entire game. They don't even look at the field. They just stare at the crowd. And so, as much violence has happened over the past 50 years in European soccer, that's become a priority for them. So you don't see any fans getting on the field or, running around naked and stuff like they do here. Just so you'd have to do some kind of very, draconian method to be able to keep kids. It's the college kids.
Right.
Not like the blue hairs sitting in the, row 2 in the the $1,000 game seats are running out into the floor. So, so it'll be a matter of the students. Now, something happened today, and I saw on social media, Iowa women against Ohio State. Ohio State won. They stormed the court. Iowa's ranked 2, and Ohio State wins in overtime. It looked like Ohio State fans rushed the court, and somebody ran smack into Caitlin Clark, like knocked her over, and she was down. Like people were running up to see. So if she's hurt, they might institute. I mean, she's making more money than men's basketball players. Yep. So I'll be interested to see what the fallout is of this incident. Just happened an hour ago.
Yeah, and I actually had that game on, but I was back here working on the podcast and I forgot all about it. But yeah, there's something like that would obviously need to be addressed. I mean, if you look over the course of time in the 70s and 80s, right, you had fans running out on the field after Hank Aaron's, 715, they're right. Running out, shaking hands or trying to pat him on the back, shake hands. Today, they'd be tackled, boom, boom, professional sports. College, it's like, it seems like, oh, well, and, at a football game or a basketball game, when you have, 2,000 people all of a sudden just wanting to come over the gates and run onto the floor, it's hard to stop. But like you said, that's where issues can happen. But I don't know. I mean, you want to celebrate with your team, big victory. But I guess my thing is beating the 19th seeded team. Is that something to rush the court? I guess that's where I'm going. It's like, is that something to rush the court on? Now if you beat Houston, who was number 2 at the time, heck yeah. I mean, yeah, I would. Yeah. But TCU is not like Duke, right? Even if Duke would have came in and they were 19th, you beat them, rushing the court. Okay, I could see that, right? Because they're the traditional blue bloods, or Kentucky, or but TCU. Right. I mean, come on, TCU.
It's just, I take it as students being dumb, taking advantage of it. You get a couple guys at the bottom, first row, like, I'm going to run on this court if we win this game. And sure enough, there they go. Once they did, then everybody else just joins in. So I'm not taking much out of it. If they win yesterday, do they storm the court? I don't know.
Probably 2 days in a row, man. They're just going to keep going. I could see if you beat Xavier, storm the court, right? I mean, those kind of things, but yeah, TCU. Oh well. All right, we're going to move on. We do have we're not going to talk a whole lot, but the Reds did have 17 international signings. They had 2 that they gave over $1 million to, and one of them, I don't even want to try to mention their names because I might I think butcher them. So I apologize until I get the pronunciations of them. But one is a center fielder. He's like a top 5 prospect, and the other is a shortstop. And he got the 1.2 million, and the other one got 2.1 million signing bonus, international signing bonus. I guess the only thing we could say is, hopefully we'll see in Cincinnati in 5 to 6 years, right? Because they're 17 years old.
2030.
Yep, 2030. So, if they're on our club by then, awesome. Welcome to the show. But until then, we'll wait and see. So,
right.
And then
that's not really Reds talk. That's
just,
that's, hey, these guys aren't Reds. They're
right. Right. Some of them probably won't even make it because some of them won't
rookie
even
league.
Yeah, they won't even be in the rookie league. They'll probably still be in the academy league, playing over there, and then they might come to like the rookie league in Arizona late fall.
Yeah, I do have a Reds question.
Okay,
actual Major League Reds, the real Reds.
The real Reds.
Again, I thought about this. Thinking about the outfield. Isn't Will Benson and Jake Fraley basically the same player? Why do we have both of them?
Pretty much, yeah. One's 6'6", the other 6'2". One maybe has a little more power. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Will Benson
Yeah,
has
but
a ton of
aren't
power.
they? Doesn't David Belton not willing to play either one against left-handers?
That is true.
So how do you? Why do we have the same player twice?
Yeah,
just something I was pondering.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is what it is. Injury.
When are you going to play both? I mean, how are you going to? Where are they going to play?
Yeah, because Spencer Steer's going to be your left fielder,
right? And Friedel's going to be your right or center fielder.
Yeah, unless one of them DHs periodically. So yeah, bench player. But yep, I mean it is pretty much the same type of player. You are correct. All right. Speaking of the Reds, I mean, and the Bengals here, we'll be going to our topic of the week here right after our trivia. And Crawley, you had last week's question, and we did not answer it all. I think we were like one or two.
Yeah, you didn't get all the names. You got the right college, but you just didn't get all the names eventually.
Okay, so refresh our memory.
Which college have the Bengals drafted the most first-round picks from? And so the answer was Alabama with 5 first-round picks. And those guys were, starting from recent to less recent, Jonah Williams, 2019, Dre Kirkpatrick, 2012, Andre Smith, 2009.
Got those 3.
Yeah. John Copeland, 1993.
Copeland, yeah.
And Emmanuel King, 1985.
Would have never got it. Should have got Copeland. But yeah. All right.
I wonder if he's related to David Copeland. So.
He might be. Not.
They look
alike.
Right.
So I have the trivia question, and today's trivia question is out of reverence to our youth. Sad news came out Friday that Sports Illustrated firing all their staff, and we won't get into the reasons why. So we'll just leave it at that, that Sports Illustrated is no more. All things come to an end, unfortunately. But we will, always remember, Sports Illustrated. We coming home from school, getting that magazine, looking at it. One of my favorite sections was Faces in the Crowd. I just love to see the, especially when I was in high school, college, like who were the high schoolers or whatever. And sometimes like, why do you have this 50-year-old guy who went on a cross-country ski shooting? And, okay. So those kind of things. But Facing the Crowd and then just some of the articles was good.
Yeah, I read that thing cover to cover.
Yep. We were
20 years.
We were featured in it. I was fortunate enough to be an assistant coach on the Batesville Bulldogs in '95, and we were featured. If we had won the game against Newcastle, we would have been on the cover of Sports Illustrated, but we did not win that game. Lost in the regional finals in overtime, and so we didn't make the cover. But a nice spread about us, and those things in there. So, but anyhow, I digress. So my question trivia is: 7 athletes have graced the cover of Sports Illustrated 20 or more times. How many can you name in order from 1 through 7? And if you can tell me how many times they graced the cover, that would be even more.
I figured your question was going to be how many Cincinnati athletes have been on the cover.
I was actually trying to look at that, and it was like I pulled it up, And it's like the Reds, they said the Reds were on there 29 times and the Bengals were on 18 times. And I was looking at the covers and they would have, like anytime a Bengal appeared on the cover, they counted it. So it was like when they were talking about Dak Prescott, they had a picture of a Bengal helmet, like, it was like the actual picture of a game. And there was I think Carlos Dunlap was trying to race around the corner. And so they counted that. I'm like, oh no. And then they didn't have any of Joe Burrow, the run to the Super Bowl. So it was outdated and stuff. So I didn't use that, but I did find this one. So I wanted to use that, but
so 20 or 7 guys have appeared on 20 or more covers.
Yep. So how many can you name from like the number one?
Michael Jordan's got to be one.
Yes, he is number 1.
LeBron James.
He is number 3.
Magic Johnson.
He is number 5.
Larry Bird.
No.
Okay.
No.
Those two probably were on the same covers multiple times.
Yeah. But
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods is number 4. So you need number 2, 6, and 7.
Muhammad Ali.
There's number 2.
Tom Brady.
Is number 7. Look at you go.
Am I down to 1 left?
You're down to 1. Number 6. This gentleman has appeared. I should never said gentleman because it could have been a female, but
yeah, I was not going to guess female.
Yeah. 22 times.
Not Jack Nicklaus wouldn't be it, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably not going back that far, right? Not Jack Nicklaus time period, right? More recent. Oh, we are back in that.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay. Not Joe Montana, but too recent. I don't know. I'll think about that more.
Think about that. If you think you know the last answer to the question, go ahead and shoot us a text or slide into our DMs on Instagram and Facebook or Twitter at Cincy Sports Scene. So, I was going to throw, you probably would have got it right away, but, which model has been on the swimsuit cover the most? And you probably would have nailed that right away, Crawley. I mean,
maybe.
Appeared on it 5 times.
So. Elle McPherson.
Yeah, there you go. Ding, 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 ding. See, that was too easy. I knew that. All right, we're going to move to the topic of the week. And like I said, next week we will be doing our best athlete by last name initial draft with Sam being available. But this week we are going to go into the Reds and Bengals draft. And Crawley's going to read us, for the last 20 years or so, who the number 1 pick for the Reds and the Bengals were, and then we'll both either give,
I figure we do it from 2000 on.
2000 on, so it's 23 years.
Yeah.
So 2000 on, thumbs up, thumbs down, or indifferent, sideways thumbs. So this is the, like I said, the Siskel and Ebert portion of our show. Go ahead, Crawley, and then let's begin.
You want Bengals or Reds first?
Doesn't matter. We just go 1-1. Doesn't matter.
Oh, go back and forth. You want me to do it that way?
Yeah, I'd say go. Yeah, okay. Instead of going all Reds and all Bengals, let's just go back and forth. Same year.
Okay.
Reds,
so we'll go Bengals first and Reds bounce back. Okay. So Bengals, 2000s, Peter Warrick.
Oh, Peter was good for a short time. I'm going to say thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll say thumbs up. Yeah, he was borderline. I was thinking maybe a little bit, but for a short time. I think was it injuries or something. I can't remember where he just this long term wasn't as good.
Yeah, I mean he was. I think he was better as a punt returner than he was as a wide receiver.
Yeah, he was the 4th pick in the draft. Did he live up to being the 4th pick in the draft?
No,
so
I don't think so.
That might lean him to maybe on that.
Yeah, a maybe. But for the Bengals, yes, because they didn't hit on a whole lot of drafts during that time, as you will see.
Yeah. Okay, Reds was pitcher Dustin Mosley.
Let's see. Let's look up his back of his baseball card. Oh, there is nothing on the back of his baseball card. That's a double thumbs down for me.
So that means he gets 4 thumbs down.
Yeah. Why are you going to give him double thumbs down?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So that is 4. All right. Sorry, Dusty. You may be one baseball player.
Actually, I just realized they had 2 first-round picks in the 2000 draft. So Dustin Mosley and the other guy ain't going to get any thumbs. David Espinoza.
Oh, Espinoza, shortstop.
Yeah.
I know Espinoza.
Yeah.
He was
Didn't he have some kind of personal issue too? Like something weird about him? I feel like there was some story about him that he was like a chain smoker or something crazy like that. So
maybe the producer will have to look it up real quick if you could spell Espinoza.
We did have a Bengal that was not a first round pick. Remember that tight end? He was like a tight end at like TCU maybe, like probably 2000s, and he was a chain smoker, and that was like the big deal. Like I remember them report like this dude is the worst athlete in the draft. Like that's like 2 years.
I think David Espinoza actually may have played in a couple of games for the Reds, like September call up thing.
You think he made it that far? I don't know. I can't even click on him. Like I can click on Dustin Mosley, but I can't even click on David Espinoza.
Right here.
So have the producer look it up.
That's what he is. He is.
Okay. We're going to go 2001.
All right. 2001.
So 01 Bengals, 4th pick in the draft, Justin Smith.
That is double thumbs up. I mean.
Double thumbs up? I'm going maybe.
Justin Smith?
Yeah. I'm not talking for the 49ers. I'm talking for the Bengals.
Well, okay. Then.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm only factoring as a Bengal.
I'll still give him thumbs up.
Okay.
I think that was a good pick.
I'm going sideways. I'm going maybe.
Okay.
I think as a 4th pick, I don't think he lived up to that at all for the Bengals. Okay.
All right. So slide down there. Go up. Keep going. I guess he never made the Reds. Up. Did he make any major league? Keep going up. Keep going. Nope. I don't think he made any minor league career, Espinoza. So, all right. Sorry.
Okay. So Reds 01 pitcher Jeremy Sowers.
Was he the one who didn't sign?
Maybe
there was one, or was that Ty Howington or whatever? There was one that was supposed to be
he did not sign.
Sowers?
Yeah, which makes it really that's a like 10 thumbs down. So.
Yeah, that's a yes. So because I think he wanted
that's big toe down even when you're.
I think it was like I want to say he was the one that. I mean, he wanted like back at the time $5 million signing bonus or something like that, and they're like, nope. So
he did make it to the majors with the Indians.
Mm-hmm. So that's a thumbs down. You keeping track how many thumbs down see who wins out of this?
Okay, that's a double.
That's a double thumbs down.
Okay, Bengals 02 10th pick in the draft, Levi Jones.
Levi, he had a solid career.
I'm going thumbs up on Levi.
Yeah, I think I'll take Levi Jones.
Yeah, he played
right tackle. Or was it left tackle?
I'm just looking to see how long he played for the Bengals. About 6-7 years.
Yeah.
They drafted Andre Smith to replace him.
So yeah.
Yeah, but 6 or 7 years. I think he was kind of borderline Pro Bowl. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thumbs up for me.
All right. Yep.
Reds 02. What the heck? I got Jeremy Sowers up still. 02 is Chris Grueller, pitcher.
Grueller. That
He
will
was,
be.
he was the third pick in the draft.
I'm going to say that's
Terrible.
yeah. Say that's a miss on the Cincinnati Reds front office.
Yeah.
Right there. That was 03?
That was 02.
02.
Yep.
So that was that the that was okay. So the next year is when they're heading into Great American Ballpark. That was last year at Synergy Field. 02.
So okay. Bengals. Gotta get out of Levi Jones. 2003, first pick in the draft, Carson Palmer.
That's a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
I think it could have been a double thumbs up if Kiki would have just left Carson's leg alone.
Right. I mean, for 5 years, it's
really good. So his elbow gave out as well.
Yeah. So definitely thumbs up for me. Okay. 03 Reds, Brian Wagner, pitcher. I believe he was like a relief pitcher. Wasn't he one that skipped the minors? Didn't they bring him straight into the Reds?
He was from Oklahoma. I think he was from Oklahoma.
He was from Houston.
So
14th
Houston.
pick.
Yep. And I think he came right in and he had nothing. I mean, he wasn't the savior that they wanted, but I would probably say just average. Just probably teetering more on the downward than
I'm
on the upward.
going thumbs down. He didn't do anything. He appeared in 108 games over three seasons for the Reds.
Hey, 108 games. That's
by 06, he was back in the minors.
That's 36.
07 blew out his shoulder, and that was the end of it. So.
Yeah, 30-some games a year. So
yeah, he's thumbs down for me.
He's teetering he's a teeter-totter. He's teetering on the way down, but
okay. 04 Bengals pick 26, Chris Perry.
That's a bust.
Running back
for Michigan.
Yeah. Wasn't he kind of like a pass catching type running back?
Sort of like what we had, last draft for Michigan running
whatever
back.
Wherever he disappeared to.
Yeah, he disappeared because he couldn't get on the field.
Yeah.
So that would be a bust.
Thumbs down.
Chris Evans was his name.
So that was 04 Bengals. That's a thumbs down. 04 Reds. Here we go. Pitcher out of Texas, Homer Bailey.
You got to go thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely thumbs up.
2 no-hitters.
That's probably a double thumbs up.
I would say a double thumbs up just because I don't think his production met the contract, especially not being able to keep.
I give that. That's a Reds fault for giving him that kind of contract.
Well, yeah, but he was. I think he was like 45 and 44 for the Reds. His stats or something. I mean, like right around 500 for the Reds.
I don't know. I don't know if I can find it that quickly.
We got the producer on it.
Yeah.
So his overall is 80, 81, and 86 with a 4.56, but I don't know what his Reds. Just go slide down. So it looks like his Cincinnati Reds total. He actually was 67 and 77 for the Reds with a 4.6 with a 4.56 ERA.
You've taught me how to double thumbs up.
Yeah, I was going to say you can have the thumbs up. I mean, I'll give a thumbs up, but
okay, single. Compared to Ryan Wagner, Chris Grueller, Sowers, Moses.
Yes, that was a home run compared to those guys. But
I mean, they were doomed from the beginning with him. You don't draft a pitcher named Homer. So.
Well, it was David. Wasn't his name
David? Yeah, David Bailey, but
David Dwight Dewey or something like that.
Yeah. 05 pick 17 for the Bengals, David Pollock. He's thumbs down. Not his fault, but he's thumbs down. He did nothing. He got injured right away.
He got injured. Well, no, he played 8 games, right? 7
yeah,
games.
Exactly. That's thumbs down, though. I mean,
but that's
nobody's fault.
he would have been.
But you got to rate him.
Yeah,
You got to rate him.
stud. I'm going to say
You got to rate him.
stud. I'm going to say just there's not enough data out there because if you look at his 7 games, he would have been probably the defensive rookie of the year at the rate he was going. So yeah, I'm going to say that is no fault of anybody's, but
yeah, I agree. No
injury.
fault. Yeah.
So
I mean, never could come back from it.
no.
So, okay. 05 Reds, Jay Bruce.
That's a double thumbs up.
Especially for what the Reds have done with drafting and developing.
Right. As you can see from our
Right,
draft
so far.
But that's 2 in a row that we've given thumbs up to.
Yeah. Okay. 06 Bengals, pick 24, Jonathan Joseph.
That's a thumbs up. I think that was a.
They gave up. They let him walk,
mm-hmm.
and then he went on for another 4 or 5 good years.
Yeah, with Houston, right? Didn't he go to Houston?
I think so. So I give a thumbs up, Jonathan Joseph. I give him this to the Bengals.
Yeah. Yep.
For dealing with how they dealt with him. Okay. 06, Drew Stubbs.
Oh.
8th pick.
8th pick out of Texas. Man. He did make the show. He was our center fielder. Struck out a ton. His hype did not meet the number 1 overall status, but
he was productive.
He was very productive, and he still, I mean, even after the Reds, he went played other places. I will probably leaning towards thumbs up. Not not like a out of this world pick, but leaning towards it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely. He didn't do it very long with the Reds.
Mm-mm.
I gave Peter Wark a thumbs up, and he might be kind of like Peter Wark a little bit.
Yep.
Definitely not live up to the hype of an 8th pick. So if I gave Peter Wark thumbs up, I'll give Stubbs thumbs up. But thumb up, not straight up, kind of like this.
So the crooked thumb.
Yeah, like that.
The nicer, gentler Crawley.
That's right. Okay, 07 Bengals, 18th pick, Leon Hall.
I'm going to say double thumbs up there. I think
you're going double thumbs up.
Leon was, yeah. He could be, yeah. I mean, he could be one of the better cornerbacks that we've drafted.
I don't remember how long he was here.
Pretty
long, 07 to 15.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with him.
Isn't he like second or third in interceptions or something like that?
He had 27 career.
27 career, so he's probably down there a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll go. I'm definitely thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
I'm Michigan guy too.
Another Michigan guy, yeah. Michigan cornerbacks, they love them. At least 3.
We've had 4 from Michigan, right? Drafted first. Oh, Chris Evans wasn't a first round pick, so yeah.
When he was a running back anyway.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I'm talking about defensive backs. The Bengals have loved the Michigan defensive backs.
Yeah, but I mean, for your draft thing, that your trivia question, we had 5 from Alabama, number 1 picks, and we're getting close with Michigan.
Right. Yeah. Okay. 07 Reds was Devin Mesoraco.
Once again, injuries cut short a very productive. I mean, could have been a very productive season. I mean, that one year where he 21 home runs or whatever it was, looked very, very promising. And then the German Shepherd hip-itis. I'm going to say probably leaning towards thumbs up, but almost like the Tower of Pisa type of lean, just because not long enough, not long enough.
Yeah, I'm doing this because of that.
Yeah, but he would be our resident Groundhog Day, since he is from Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. So
True.
he can, maybe we can get him on the show on, the 2nd of February and see if the groundhog reported his shadow out there.
08 Bengals 9th pick Keith Rivers.
Out of USC, I loved Keith Rivers, but yeah, I mean
when you're best known for getting lit up and your jaw broken by a receiver,
yeah,
that's what he's
cheap
best
shot
known
though,
for.
But, yes, yeah, he
That's
did
what
not.
That's what he's still best known for. When
Yeah.
I think of Keith Rivers, that's what I think of.
But he did not live up to the hype because he was a stud at USC, but just did not. Yep.
Yep.
Thumbs down.
Okay. 08 Reds firstman Jan Alonso.
I think.
While you're talking, hang on. I got to let the dog out. You talk. I'll be right back.
I think Alonso would be a thumbs up if he would have been with the Reds longer, but you have Joey Votto, who established himself as the everyday first baseman. He went into the outfield, could not play the outfield. One heck of a hitter, though. I'm going to say thumbs down for the Reds just because he was blocked by Votto and he never got an opportunity here.
No. Now, if you factor that he got Matt Latos here.
Yeah, right. That would be still leaning, but I mean, they even tried him in outfield, and that was a big old bust.
Not good.
The guy was a 6'4", 40. He couldn't run, couldn't chase down a ball.
Yonder's a thumb down just because he didn't do much for the Reds. So
right.
Okay. 09 Bengals 6th pick in the draft, Andre Smith, the worst 40-yard dash in the history of the combine.
Andre Smith, gosh. He didn't live up to the hype. So I remember yelling at the TV a lot because Andre Smith would either give up a sack or hold. I'm going to say he played a while with the Bengals. I'm just going to go sideways because
09 to 15.
Yeah, I'm just going to say sideways because I don't think he was a thumbs up, and I don't think he was really a bust. It just was typical Bengals lineman, right? I mean,
yeah, they get to a second contract.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I like that to the maybe. Yeah, he's not thumbs up. Not for the 6th pick in the draft.
No, not for the 6th pick.
Okay. Reds 09. No. Yeah. Well, they had two guys. Well, they had a supplemental pick. I haven't done all the supplemental first round picks. I just been doing the first pick.
Unless they're better than the original pick, then you might want to.
Yeah. So first pick, 8th pick overall, pitcher Mike Leake.
Thumbs up, definitely.
Another one to skip the minors.
Yep.
He never went back. I don't think he ever was sent to the minors.
He never went back to the minors. He was a clog, and he was the 5th man in that rotation there.
He was never great.
No, but he was steady, and I mean, when he left the Reds, I think the Giants gave him a boatload. I think it was a 3-year, $60 million. I mean, for the Giants. So
yeah, I don't remember him ever having like a breakout year.
Well, his rookie year was his breakout year. I think.
Oh, actually, he did go to the minors in 2011. AAA for the first time in his career.
But it's a thumbs up for what he did with the Reds.
13, 14, and 7, 3.37 ERA.
Mm-hmm. Good hit. Back when pitchers hit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give him, again, not this, a little bit like this. But thumbs up.
a little picking your nose action.
Right, yeah. 2010, pick 21, Jermaine Gresham. That's easy. That's a thumbs down.
Yeah, I would say
He was a bust.
He was a bust out of Oklahoma.
Yeah. Looked like a football player.
Well, yeah, he did, but just did not.
Okay. 2010, Yasmani Grandal.
Once again,
I don't think he ever played for the Reds.
He
went in Lato's pick draft or trade as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he might have. They might have sent both of them out.
Yeah,
out there because once again, it was, the Reds have this dilemma, and they're probably still going down that path now. It's like they draft these players and they're blocked. And yes, if you can parlay that into a great trade, then good for them. And but they had to decide between him and Mesoraco, and they went Mesoraco. And looking back, should have went Grandali.
Yep.
So
yep.
But so yeah, I'm going to say, because he really didn't do much here, it'd be a negative.
Yeah. Thumbs down. Just because he didn't do anything here. So
yeah, couldn't make the team here, so we had to ship him out west.
I mean, Grandal is a MLBer, we thumbs up, but
yes,
for sure. Okay, 2011, easy thumbs up. AJ Green, 4th pick.
That might be a double thumbs up.
That's a double thumbs up. That's an easy double thumbs up.
That's an easy.
You're giving double thumbs up.
Who was the second?
You're giving double thumbs up to Leon Hall. You got to give it to AJ Green.
Who was the second pick that year? Without looking,
I don't know. That year before AJ Green, I don't know, Julio Jones or something.
No, the second pick for the Bengals, second round pick for the Bengals.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, the Red Rifle. Yes. All right, moving forward.
11. Reds, Robert Stevenson, who just signed a decent contract with the Angels.
Angels, yeah.
For the Reds, though, he was thumbs down.
I don't know if he was.
He never did anything with the Reds. They traded him to get rid of him.
Yeah, but there for a while, I think I'm going to say just maybe leaning towards the negative, but no. See, now we're getting into this recency bias, and now we're seeing the true Crawley come out. So
he didn't do anything.
Steve.
Yeah.
That's because the Reds yanked him around. They put him in the pen, moved him to the starter, bring him back to the pen. I mean, that
if he was a stud in one of those, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but you got to get your feet.
Yeah, I'm going thumbs down.
He would have been a great pitcher to come in the 5th inning for David Bell and go 5 to 6, and he would be our Buck Farmer today.
Great. All right, happy to have him today.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't like him in 2012 though. He went any good, or 2015 or wherever he came up. So.
Well, that's because the Reds weren't very good in 2015. That was the Brian Price years. Come on now.
Thumbs down. You haven't persuaded me, so thumbs down. Okay. Bengals had 2 first-rounders in 2012, which is amazing that they did anything like that. Dre Kirkpatrick and Kevin Zeitler.
I'd say both of them thumbs up, even though
Kirkpatrick was annoying, though. I'm giving him this. He was freaking annoying.
Yes, but yeah.
Yeah,
he's better than Eli Apple. I'm sorry.
Well, Eli Apple will be this, but so yeah, I'm agreeing. But Kirkpatrick's this, Zeitler's this. Zeitler's the guy the Bengals again should have let go.
Right, but he was a guard, and they don't value guards, and he's still playing.
Right, and for the
Browns,
maybe the Super Bowl champ. No, he's with the Ravens.
Oh yeah, he was with the Browns, though. That's where he went. Yeah.
So that's how I do it. I'm saying sideways for Kirkpatrick, thumbs up for Zeitler.
Nah, I'm going to give 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
1 for each.
Softy. Okay.
I think Dre was okay. I mean.
Okay, yeah. Like this.
Well, maybe he was from Bama. Built by Bama.
2012. This is an easy thumbs down. Nick Treviso, pitcher.
Trevioso. That sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Trevioso. So long, so. Yes, that would be
That's an easy one. 2013, 21st pick, Tyler Eifert.
God, once again, injuries, but I mean, he made a Pro Bowl, so thumbs up.
Then he got injured at the Pro Bowl.
Yes, right. And hence, they don't do the Pro Bowl anymore. I mean, one of the reasons why they. So I'm going to go thumbs up because that's what we need today in our offense today.
I'll give him thumbs up. Yeah, I'll go thumbs up. Short sample, unfortunately, but.
Yeah. Well, he played, 5 years for us? Was it 5?
Yeah, but those last couple years, he was on the DL the whole time.
Well, that's true.
13 for the Reds. Another thumbs down. Becoming a running
Running
same
theme.
thing. Philip Irvin, outfielder.
Now, he did make the team.
Still thumbs down.
Yeah, he is a thumbs down.
Now, Michael Lorenzen also is in that, and they have him listed as first round, but pick number 38.
Supplemental draft?
It's not listed as supplemental.
Yeah,
Where I'm looking at.
Huh.
So
Lorenzen would be
thumbs down for sure for Irvin. Lorenzen's probably
yeah.
this for me.
That's yeah. If there was the DH when Lorenzen came up, he'd be Ohtani, right? So
well, not that good.
Not that good, but he would be that.
2014, thumbs down. Darquez Denard, pick 24.
Oh yeah, that was in your boy Donovan.
Yep. Michigan State.
Yeah, your boy Donovan said he was the real deal, and I mean, made the NFL, but played but yeah, thumbs down.
Played with the Bengals for 4 seasons, and then played other places for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Didn't he go to Houston too? I mean, I think a lot of our ex-cornerbacks go to Houston.
He went to the Falcons after the Bengals.
Falcons. Okay. Well, a lot of our safeties go to Falcons.
So thumbs down for Denard, unfortunately. Yep. Michigan Stater. Okay. Red 2014. Another thumbs down. Nick Howard.
Who?
Exactly.
No, that's not OPS. Yeah, so that would be
Nick Howard.
Is he still in the minors? I mean, he's still in the minors. He might be.
He might be.
So we might have to hold out.
Right. Alex Blandino was also. He was the 29th pick.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, that's a bitch.
They brought him back this year.
Isn't he the knuckleballer?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. God.
And he was a trivia question on one of the podcasts I was listening to. It's something about if you were to say, like, who has the best ERA, I guess, for the Reds as a reliever, minimum two appearances, it would be Blandino. So, yeah, that tells you something.
Yeah, that's easy. Thumbs down. Two thumbs down.
Yep.
Oh, God, here's another 2 thumbs. This might be, do I have more than 2 thumbs?
Horns down? We're going to go horns down?
This isn't horns down. This is their big competition, though.
Oh.
Pick 21, Cedric Abuehi out of Texas A&M.
That's
2 thumbs and 2 big toes.
If he was from the University of Texas, that would be a double horns down. But since he's from Texas A&M, that's frog down. Or no, that's whatever, the Aggie down.
Or the Aggies, yeah.
Yeah, double Aggie down.
He sucked.
He was horrible. And then Jake Fisher,
oh, yeah.
God, was next in line at round 2 from Michigan. He was another bust. That what set the franchise drafting 2 tackles to take.
Both of them were just terrible.
Right, and then we had to bring back, what was his name? That was really bad.
Booby or Bobby
Clark. Yeah, not Booby Clark. Yeah, Booby Clark was a running back. Now he was good.
Bobby. It was Bobby something.
Not Bobby Hart. Was it Bobby Hart?
Bobby Hart.
Bobby Hart. Yeah. Bobby Hart. Yeah. We had to keep bringing him back and putting him out there. Like, oh no. All right.
So that's 8 thumbs and toes down.
Yeah.
2015, I'm thumbs up. Tyler Stevenson.
Yeah.
He is our long-term catcher still right
He
now.
is. I mean, that might be, I mean, he had one decent year.
True.
I mean,
yeah, you're right.
It's probably right there. It's probably.
It's to be determined.
Yeah, it's going up, but it's, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's not enough to go around.
2016 Bengals, William Jackson III.
I'm going to say thumbs up.
He was okay.
Because he didn't get, did he get 2 years? I mean, 2 contracts here, or did he just get the one?
Yeah, they let him go after the first one.
So, yeah, they let him go. And so it might be one of those leaning towards up, but.
Played 4 full seasons for the Bengals.
Yeah.
I'll give him thumbs up. He was pretty good for the Bengals.
I thought so.
Then he went down the tubes.
Yep.
So I'll give him thumbs up. Okay. Reds, Nick Senzel. Second pick.
Yeah. For being the second pick, yeah, thumbs down. But for being a pick by the Reds in the first round, it's probably right there. For a pick that actually made the club and had some productive at bats for the club, yeah, I'm going to say just boom here. Injuries, and plus once again they messed them up, moved them around. Brought them up too early to play center field, and I think that messed with him. But
yeah,
I think you leave him at third base like he was in college, but we had Suarez there, and then they tried to move Suarez to shortstop, and that didn't work.
So what's your final decision?
I'm going to say just right there.
Okay, I'm going thumbs down. Okay, 2017. Oh my God, I need these next 2. I need more than thumbs and toes. So 17 is John Ross.
Speedster.
The next 2 are competing for the worst number 1 picks in Bengals history.
I will say yes, but the next one after that is probably the worst pick,
right?
Just because he's from an Ohio State, the center, baby. Just to get Hafner going out, he is the worst pick. Yeah,
Ross was awful.
Yes, for the speed, can't help the club if you're in the top.
9th pick.
Yeah, and that
one pick or 2 picks before Mahomes.
Right.
So easy double.
But we had the Red Rider. We don't need Red Rifle. We don't need him. We didn't need Mahomes.
Right.
Andy Dalton, and that was the year, wasn't that what year was that? 15?
17.
Oh, I was gonna say 15 was the year that he could have been the MVP of the league if he didn't.
Yeah, we had the 9th pick, so we must have not been very good.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. Well.
Okay, 17 for the Reds. Hunter Green. He's this right now.
Yeah. Maybe trending, but yeah, he's trending that way.
He's
but
this with potential for this. I mean,
right,
so I think
exactly
this right now, but potential for that.
Right, and I think the rest of them might be that way.
Right.
So.
Okay, 2018, old Billy Price.
Oh, well, now we did get the best. That was the best trade the Bengals had, right? So.
Right. Yeah, worst draft pick maybe ever, but maybe the best trade ever.
Yeah. So that would be a double thumbs down.
Double thumbs. Quadruple thumbs.
Buckeye Nation. Sorry about that.
Yeah. 2018 for the Reds, Jonathan India.
I'm giving him a thumbs up.
If Jonathan India left today, where would you put him at?
Like up, sideways, or down?
Yeah.
I'm going to say up just because rookie of the year. I mean, he got injured, played through it last year. I think he took on that leadership role. I mean, 3 years, it's a small sample size, right? But one of those years, he was the best rookie. So I got to give him an up.
Okay. I'll give him thumbs up. Not super straight up, but thumbs up.
Yeah.
2019, Jonah Williams, 11th pick.
Well, if they would have moved him to right tackle from the get-go, thumbs up all the way.
They didn't, though.
No, they didn't. And I think he wasn't as good as he was solid. I mean, I would say he's probably not full or half, probably somewhere in between, three quarters of the way up, man. Because I think he played so much better this year for him on the right side.
Has Jonah Williams has been less effective than Jonathan India? Because you gave a thumbs up, Jonathan India.
Yeah, because Jonah Williams he wasn't a Pro Bowler, wasn't a Rookie of the Year. I know your offensive linemen don't get Rookie of the Years very often, but Jonah Williams is a very average player, but I'm giving him a little, because of what he did this year on the right side. I think he solidified that right side.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say if he leaves today, I would do this for his career.
No.
Okay.
Which he probably will. So and then we'll get Bobby Hart back. And
right. So now we're getting into the Reds that have not done anything yet. Nick Lodolo in 2019.
Yeah. Once again, I mean, because of injuries, he's probably tilting. I mean, he's probably a little below average, but with potential to be up here, right? Because when before he got injured, he was lights out. I mean, not lights out, but he had, that back foot slider of his unhittable, and he's got to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy. Yep. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah. Right. He still doesn't have enough information yet.
Right.
And that's going to be the rest of the Reds, except for maybe one guy. So 2020 Bengals, number 1 pick in the draft, Joe Burrow.
That's a double
thumbs
up, even though he's been injured 2 out of the 4 years, right?
That's his issue.
That's his issue. It would be, 10 fingers up if he could stay healthy and lead us to a Super Bowl victory. But, yeah.
Right. Can he stay healthy? That's the question.
That's the question.
2020 Reds, Austin Hendrick.
Oh, that's a big old buster-rooney.
I mean, he's still in the organization.
He is, but he's like,
I don't think he's ever going to make the Reds.
No, I mean, he was a 2020 kid, right? So they didn't get to scout him as much as, he lost his senior season, those type of things. So they took him on potential. I mean, because he could hit the crap out of the ball, but it just, I don't even know if I think he's still in low A, and that's not where your number 1 overall pick 3 years ago should be, is in low A in Daytona. Struggling. He's not like hitting the cover off the ball.
I don't even know if he's. Have the producer look up Reds top 25 prospects or top 20 prospects. See if
I don't think he's on the top 20.
We'll have him check it.
Yep. Producer he's typing right now.
Like Baseball America top 20 or whatever. Yeah. Bengals. 2021 5th pick, Jamar Chase.
Oh, that's thumbs up. Yep.
So the Reds, 2021, 2 guys, Matt McClain and Jay Allen.
McClain, thumbs up right now.
Yeah, you can't give him a double. He hasn't done enough yet.
Right. Thumbs up.
I think he's right here right now. Just for what he's actually done so far. I mean, if he stopped tomorrow, he wouldn't be thumbs up.
Is he better than India?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, not. I'm saying if he never played again, he's not better than India for what he's contributed to the Reds.
We'll go there then. You brought me back down.
Yeah.
Voice of
Potentially,
reason.
yes. Potentially it's in
Yes.
double thumbs.
Right. So right there.
That's where I'm thinking. Just like if they stop tomorrow.
So he is not on the top 30, according
Top
to the
30.
Reds
Okay.
Red Reporter.
No,
Okay.
this is MLB.
Oh, MLB prospect. So, yeah.
Okay, your next Bengal 2022, Dax Hill. Is he this or this so far?
Man, I want to say he's not thumbs down. He's trending to the middle, but he's below that midline, below the Mendoza line.
Okay.
So, where do you got him at?
I think he was this year.
I think he's playing out of position. If he takes Mike Hilton's spot, I think he needs to be your box safety, right? I mean, I think that's where he needs to be.
I just know that when you get called out by other teammates,
Yeah,
that's pretty bad publicly.
yeah.
Not for being a jerk, but for
just
his play on the field.
Yeah, being in the wrong spot, communication.
Right. So I'm going here
Okay.
for Dax Hill.
Remember, that's his
And
first year.
rest of the Reds, I mean, again, none of these guys have played yet.
Lauder.
Cam Collier, Sal Stewart, Rhett Lauder, and Ty Floyd.
Cam Collier, right now. But
Again, I'm saying for the Reds. Though.
Yeah, he's got this potential. Rhett Lauder there, and the other two guys are just so yeah. None of them has played, but Rhett Lauder.
I think Sal Stewart's on the top 10 Reds prospect list.
Was he? He might be.
Yeah, he's number 7.
He's number 7, third baseman. Yeah. Where'd he come from? Did they draft
high
him?
schooler?
High schooler. Okay. All right.
Yep.
So, but Cam Collier's a high schooler. He's in the single A, and Stewart's in A+.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's up in Dayton, I guess. So yeah.
And our last Bengal, Miles Murphy.
I'm going to say thumbs down right now. Just even though I know the last, and if you look at Pro Football Reference, right, or Pro Football Focus, they graded him. He was the best rookie pass rusher to get pressure. I don't know what games they were watching, but maybe there's not a whole lot of rookies on the line.
Right.
But I think the kid from Houston, who was Will Anderson, I think he had more pressures. But Miles Murphy apparently graded higher for pure pass rush. So there's potential there, but
right.
He's, that's a negative in my book right now.
For his impact on the team this year. It's this.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
There we go.
All right. There we go. That is, hopefully you enjoy that. If you disagree with us, shoot us, get into our feeds at Cincy Sports Scene, Instagram or Twitter, or at Facebook or YouTube here, and let us know what you disagree with. So next week, like I said, we should have Sam back, and we will be doing our best athletes by last name initial draft. Should be fun. We'll do a snake draft or a round robin draft, and see who comes up with the best list. And we'll go from there. So this week here in the Cincinnati area is supposed to be warming up. Supposed to be almost 60 by Thursday, but we're going to have rain Tuesday through Friday, it looks like. But, right now it's sunny and about 20 degrees. So enjoy the sunshine if you can. Until next week, everybody have a wonderful week. Take care.
See you later.